Hello and welcome back to the channel. In previous videos I have compared these two cameras, and this one is the RX1R Mark II and this one is the Sony A7R, and I've compared them as to which might make the best everyday camera, something that you could use for street photography, for everyday, for travel, whatever it is that is your particular genre. And I focused largely on the size of the two cameras. It's hard to, maybe that's a good view of the size of the two cameras comparatively. Anyway, looking at the ergonomics of them is one thing, but a lot of people say that because this camera, the RX1R Mark II, uses Sony's first generation color science, that they just find the color that comes out of the images in it just not as pleasing and hard to process, whereas this camera, the Sony A7R, uses Sony's latest color science, and that the images are more pleasing, more vibrant and sharper. So I want to show you how you can make this camera look as if it has Sony's color science version 2, the current version of color science. Now, if you're not interested in these two cameras, don't switch off, because what I'm about to show you is relevant to any camera, and it may just help you get more pleasing images out of your camera by using the techniques that I show in this video. So what's so bad about the RX1R Mark II's color? To find out, I shot identical images with the RX1 and the A7R and loaded them both as layers into Photoshop with the RX1 image on top. I changed the blend mode of that top image to difference, and the result therefore shows how the RX1 image differs from the A7R rendering, and you can see the greeny brown cast of the difference, which in practice makes the images look a bit muted, more dull and warmer than the more vibrant image from the A7R. The A7R rendering also makes the images appear sharper. Having diagnosed the problem, we can now set about making a profile to fix it. There are various ways to do this, but I found the most convenient way to do this is using Premiere Pro. You might find a better way, and if you do, I'd really love it if you point that out in the comments. But if you don't want to use an automatic method, you can of course make all your adjustments manually and save the result as a preset or a profile that can be applied as the first step to all your images, maybe when you import them. I found, however, my method to be 100% accurate and very easy. So let me know in the comments what you think. To get reference images that cover the entire color range, I photographed my color checker with identical settings on both cameras. I then loaded these two images into Premiere, and in the Lumetri panel, I used Color Match to make the rendering of the RX1 image match exactly the A7R image. In Lumetri, you can then export this adjustment as a LUT or a color lookup table. Having saved the LUT as a file, I open any image, doesn't matter which you use, in Camera Raw, and by holding Alt or Option on Mac and selecting the three-dot menu here, you can reveal the option to create a profile. Select the LUT file and then give the profile a name. You can put it in a profile folder and save it. In Lightroom, if Lightroom was open, you'll need to restart it to make the profile appear. But by selecting the profile, you can make your RX1R images look exactly like the latest version of Sony Color. Use this profile as an import profile and you have effectively upgraded your RX1R Mark II to the latest color science. It's as easy as that. Any change or any adjustments that you want, you can make from that point onwards, but at least you're starting with the latest color science as your starting point. Of course, you can apply this technique to any camera to get the look that you want. Just let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you've found a better way. If you have found this useful or interesting, please give it a like. It really helps small channels to get their videos out to new viewers, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.